Buffalo did what I feared they could do because they're healthy. Detroit is not. And the Bills with Superman at quarterback Josh Allen going to Ford Field and just drill Detroit. Allen, can I say MVP candidate Josh Allen? 362 yards passing, 69 yards rushing, 4 more touchdowns for Superman. Jared Goff was wild, threw for 494 and 5 touchdowns, but they just could not keep up. Detroit's got a massive problem. They lost 4 more players to injuries, major injuries, including 2 more defensive linemen. The Bills are 11-3. Goff can't do it by himself because suddenly the defense has just been destroyed. I don't know that Dan Campbell's got enough people put on the field to play defensively, much less quality people. Buffalo had 560 yards in offense in Detroit.
Amazing.
So what I feared was going to catch up to the Lions injury after injury, week after week, finally did. Now suddenly Detroit, as good as they are, they could be in trouble because they don't have any players on the defensive side of the football. Big issue there. Philadelphia, they pounded Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh it's got a pedestrian offense, and once they got behind, there was no way to come back against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 355 yards passing. His 2 receivers, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, combined to catch 19 passes for 219 yards. He was spraying the ball everywhere against Pittsburgh's secondary. Pittsburgh lives off the run game offensively. They had 32 yards rushing from their running backs yesterday.
Wow.
Russell Wilson just could not do it by himself. And then T.J. Watt got hurt during the course of the game. Eagles have won 10 in a row. Man, are they hot.
Eagles.
Green Bay. Green Bay goes to Seattle. What a performance by Jordan Love. I did mention superstar in the making last Thursday. He puts on another dazzling show. Josh Jacobs runs for almost 100. Geno Smith suffered a knee injury in the fourth quarter. Seattle looks like they could be in real trouble now, having lost their 3,000-yard quarterback. Baltimore Ravens, New York Giants, Lamar Jackson, 360 all-purpose yards, 5 touchdown passes for the Ravens quarterback. So your potential MVP is either in Buffalo or it's in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson doing really well. 445 yards in offense to 236 for the Giants. The Giants are 0-8 at home this season. Oof. What a disaster that franchise is. In Miami, Tua, bad day at the office. And Miami's playoff hopes are done. They get whacked yesterday, too, by the Houston Texans on the road. I think the one thing that's come front and center is Miami gets you at home in the Sunshine State, and Miami's not playing worth a lick on the road. Tua, 4 turnovers, 3 quarterback sacks. Got one of his wide receivers really badly hurt when he threw a bad pass, and the wide receiver got blown up on the play. He's still in the hospital with a head and neck injury. And then there's Kansas City, the Chiefs. They did beat Cleveland. That was Jameis Winston being Jameis Winston, the Browns quarterback. 3 picks, a fumble, 5 sacks. Ooh. Kansas City's 13-1, but Patrick Mahomes has an high ankle sprain. They did x-rays on him after the game. He's not happy, doesn't look good. There's no break in the bone, but they don't know if he's going to be able to play next weekend. So suddenly, I keep saying Kansas City is not vintage Kansas City. Now they got a problem if Patrick Mahomes is not Patrick Mahomes, because that means Carson Wentz might be the quarterback for the next couple of weeks, and home field advantage is still up in the air and still in play, because that is Buffalo breathing down your neck with Superman. So those are storylines around the NFL. You couldn't believe how bad the Chargers got beat. I couldn't believe how bad they got beat. They got beat. What about the rest of the teams?
That Lions-Bills game was something. I mean, how many all these points? It was like fireworks. The thing that is interesting is you're saying the 2 MVPs could be Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. Well, Lamar Jackson was a Heisman Trophy winner. He was had all these accolades. Forget Josh Allen came from Wyoming, and he barely got recruited out of high school. And to see what he's turned into is incredible. The thing that I'm just so amazed by is that not only can he throw the ball downfield, but when he runs, he's different. Obviously Mahomes can kind of wiggle and squiggle his way through. Justin Herbert can run, but not like the way Josh Allen runs.
He runs like a tight end.
It's like a freight train going down the track, and he takes these huge strides, and it's just incredible to watch the athleticism on that guy. So wouldn't it be a thrill? I mean, Buffalo lost those 4 Super Bowls in a row in the 90s. Maybe this is the year. And we kept thinking the Lions, maybe this was their year, but maybe the Lions aren't going to be in trouble.
Well, the Lions are in trouble because of injury, and Buffalo has just grown greatly because Josh Allen stopped turning the football over. New offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey's done a good job refining where he's putting the ball, what he sees, etc. He's a very different quarterback than, say, he was a year and a half ago. So, all things NFL, you got an opinion on what happened to the Chargers? I mean, do you buy my theory? I wrote a column on it today on my website. You should, if you're a Charger fan, a lover or a hater, read my one man's opinion column about what I said. But do you buy my theory that, Harbaugh has sales pitched us all, and look what's happened in the last 5 weeks? And maybe the phrase we start referring to the Chargers is playoffs, one and done. Comments, fans forum chat box is open. You want to talk about some of these other storylines, other teams in the NFL, feel free to join us.